Morning. Morning.
Oh, hey guys, Rocket here. Once again, as you can see, I got some nice treasure. Oh crap, I hate dolphins.
I dare say I find that highly offensive.
Oh well, like my friend Nathan, he's a treasure hunter, but unfortunately his latest game is his last great adventure. It's Naughty Dog's proudly presents Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Hope you enjoyed my video review. Hey guys, Rocket here. Once again, what is up everybody? I'm here to do a video game review of Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Hey guys, so I played the game. It is truly fantastic. If this is the final game, which I'm sad to see it end, but I'm glad, in my opinion, it ended with a bang. Cause boy, this game, Uncharted 4, is amazing. It's fun. It's fantastic. I mean, you feel like a true. This is like the closest closest we're gonna get to experiencing what's it like to be Indiana Jones in terms of exploring tombs and lost treasures and stuff, and just being overall just an explorer. I mean, Tomb Raider is right up there as well, but Uncharted is right up there. I mean, it is so much fun. I remember my older brother. He got me into pro wrestling and stuff, and like he to spend more time with me. He wanted to like get into video games with me because I was into video games, of course. And one of the games he bought was on Uncharted when it was on sale. PlayStation Classics as they called. And one of those PS3s, like those nice red case. He's like, hey, I bought this game called Uncharted. It looked like fun. Let's play it. And we had such a blast playing that game together. We actually beat the whole game together, and had such a fantastic time together. It was so much fun, and it was a fun experience. And it was because of my older brother I got into the Uncharted franchise and Ratchet and Clank too, and which I think I'll probably do a review of that in the future. But for now, let's focus on Uncharted, and that's one of the happy memory I'll never forget. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start how it opens. The first one on Uncharted, the first Uncharted was like had like a nice opening, but like from 2 on, the opening, how it starts has been nothing but intense. And Uncharted 4 is no different. How it starts, you see from footage here, you're in a epic boat chase, and these pirates are after you. You're after this certain treasure, but so are they. So you're just kind of like smashing boats into each other, just like an epic race. I mean, it's just like it's really intense. You and your brother, which I'll get into why he shows up so late, are driving in this boat trying to escape the pirates. Eventually, the boat stops. You get like an epic shootout, and eventually it starts up again, and you get an epic shootout, and at one point. During this big ship was shooting at Drake, and he falls off of the ship, and he kind of dodge the propellers and get back onto the ship, and it was just intense. They kept driving, just dodging, and it's a big nasty thunderstorm. I mean, it's all in your face, man. And before you know it, it get hit by a boat, and it cuts away to him being a kid and stuff. And it's just, that's how you start a game. It hooked me right from the beginning. It hooks you in, never lets go. There's some slow part in terms of puzzle solving, but right from the beginning, this game hooks you in and never lets you go. And it is probably one of the best openings in video games. There's another one I think is the best opening of all time, but this is definitely one of them. The opening of Uncharted 4 was really something, no doubt about it. But as you can see from the footage. Drake's in his home. He's retired. After all 3 adventures, he's suddenly settled down with Elena. He's kind of like picking up pieces from from his base, remembering all his adventures from 1 through 3, and of course, with every adventure, when you're looking for treasure, some evil entity wants it as well. So it's never like simple here to get the treasure, the treasure, without any problems. There's always trouble follows him, and that's why he's decided to quit. He's tired of all the deadly pirates trying to get the treasure, and he doesn't want to get shot and killed. So he decided to just retire, get a normal job. He's kind of looking around, remembering his past. At one point, you get like a little toy gun, and you go pachoo, 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 and shoot this little target, going around pretending like he's back in his old days, shooting up pirates and thieves to get for over treasure and stuff. It's kind of fun. And of course, eventually his wife calls him down. He goes downstairs. He starts eating. And if you notice, he's kind of distracted. She's trying to tell him about this project she's doing, but he's really distracted because earlier, he works at a company that finds like lost stuff at sea. And this one guy was like, "Hey, listen, there's some treasure in this area, and I want you to help me find it in this area, but we don't have no permits, of course, he's afraid that he might run into trouble. Pirates that want that same mysterious treasure. So he says no, but deep down he really really wants to do it, but he wants to make Elena happy. So he decided not to turn it down, but you can tell he's distracted. It's funny though, because then she pokes him with a fork. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "You're kind of like spacing out." It's like, "Okay." He's like, I was it's like towards Drake's track play. I was like, "Well, I was paying attention." He's like, "Really? Then what did I say?"
Being stabbed with a fork.
Oh, really?
What? Just keep going. It was interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. What's my article about?
What? This one?
Mm-hmm.
Flights in Bangkok that are having troubles with them because the smog and they can't land.
Wow.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, it was valiant.
I was in the ballpark, right?
And of course, you get these weird choice thing, which is like the first thing in the series, but it doesn't really add to it. Granted, you get like different things to say each playthrough, but it doesn't like it changes the game or the ending or that. It's just there to be there. Obviously, she figured out he's been distracted, but I think she overhears, but I was like, no, I decided to turn it down. When she's like, okay, and she wanted to collect the dishes and stuff. And like, no. So just like you collect the dishes, let's play for it. And guess what? They boot up. Wrong! They show the PlayStation 1. I know, God, talk about dating yourself. And they show the original Crash Bandicoot. Oh my God, talk about nostalgia. Granted, I never played the first one, but I did play the Crash Bandicoot Warped. I remember seeing it on a PlayStation magazine, and it got Game of the Year. And that was one of Naughty Dog's first projects. Eventually, they also did Jack and Daxter, and of course now their big baby, Uncharted. But hopefully, with them doing just showing off the game here, that maybe they got the license back, and maybe that's their next big game. Hopefully, I'm really praying that it is, because Crash needs a comeback, man. I mean, if Rayman can make a great comeback, why not Crash Bandicoot? Come on, man. I think it's time for his big epic return. As you can see from the footage here, you get it run forward. You're dodging. You're getting boxes, getting fruit and stuff, and doing some classic platform. But it's so funny. He's like, Nolan North is like being like a let's play. He's like criticizing every time. He's like, what is he trying to figure out? Trying to figure out what animal he is. Why is he hitting boxes? Why is he getting this fruit? Why is the boulders chasing him? He's like confused and stuff. And why all this is happening? He's just like, one hit. And Elena's like, God, stop taking it and try to make it so realistic. Just take it for what it is. It's a character, that's just trying to survive and get fruit, and that's it. He's trying like Drake's trying to like find some kind of hidden meaning behind this game, where it's just about a bandicoot that jumps around and gets fruit and destroys boxes. Not they beat a game, unfortunately I didn't beat the score, and of course he loses, and they kind of embrace each other, and then And it cuts back to him going to work. He's kind of like, going through some paperwork, and all of a sudden, he gets a knock on the door. Turns out, and then he opens the door. Turns out, but it's his brother. Of course, he's freaking out because because they did a mission together, and he thought he died. But you can see he shows the bullet holes to Nathan, and they go outside and like they kind of catch up. He's telling him all his adventures, and throughout the 3 games, and he's like, "I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I found you, Nate, but I really, really need your help." And Nate was asking him, "Well, what's going on? What do you need help with?" Well, of course, after they patched me up, they threw him back in jail, of course, and he went to jail with his special this big notorious thug. And he was talking about how the thug's thing, how if he gets out, he's gonna go back to doing his thing. Of course, the thug asked Samuel, by the way, Drake's brother, what would you do once you get out of jail? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna find this lost great pirate treasure." And no, it's not the One Piece. It's his. I forgot the name of the pirate's treasure. I don't know the pirate, but it's some famous pirate treasure that he wants to go after so he can make a name for himself. And lo and behold, this guy here had an epic. He got some guards in there, and it was a big epic escape from the prison. So which I'm surprised no one in the reviews any Sony footage of this because it's pretty epic. Get out. It's an epic gunfight. There's shooting everywhere, explosions. There's punching and kicking and just intense. I mean, this guy's ruthless. He's killing guards. I mean, he's got his goons just rocket launching people, blowing them up, stabbing, shooting. I mean, this guy, he's nothing to fuck with. He like one of those guys that'll rip your heart off and eat your liver kind of guys, and do it with a straight face because he doesn't fuck around. I mean, there's explosions everywhere. There's shootouts. You try to run and dodge gunfire. I mean, it's like an episode of Prison Break kind of. It's so intense. It's in your face. It's a really cool level. I'm really surprised that no one really showed this. Having an epic shootout, they're running and running, running, jumping, shooting, and they just hop over the gate. I mean, they're running against the trucks, and they barely just got away. It was really an epic scene that that was really fantastic. And after everything's calmed down, he's like, "Okay, what are you gonna do now?" He said, "Well, take a shower, lay down, and eat, and find my brother and whatnot." So, okay, well, what about the treasure? He's like, "Well, I don't know, it depends." And I don't know, well, how long does it take? He's like, "Well, it depends. I mean, I need to start it first and figure out what to do." And he stopped the truck and he threatens him how long it, and he took because that's part of the reason why he had to help him escape because to kind of get his business started again. He wants that famous pirate treasure. So he set the car. He puts it on the grass. He threatens him how long you think it's gonna take, because otherwise he's gonna kill him. He's like, "Okay, look, I need about 6 months to find this treasure." And he's like, "These people are lazy," as he says. "Or you know what? They need more time than they think." No, you have 3 months. And if you don't get it, if you try to hide, if you find it and hide, or go to the authorities, or do anything but find the treasure, I will find you and I will kill you. It's pretty funny. But and of course he said yes because he didn't want to get killed. And he picks him up. He agrees. He picks him up. Give him some water. Give him some money. Tell him go this way 10 kilometers. And in 10 kilometers will be the first town. And the guy was like, and he's like, asked him how I know to find you once I find it. Oh, don't worry. When the time comes, I'll be there to collect. Oh, good luck, because you'll need it. And he drives away, and that's it. And now, now at first, Drake didn't want to do that job. Now they have no choice but to take that job to find that treasure, so that way, to help his brother get out of, getting killed. So it's that sense of urgency. It's not just just needless adventure that Drake wants to do. No, this is do this to save his brother from getting killed. So that's the basic synopsis. I won't spoil anything. And of course, it's a race against time between him and his other guy. One guy's trying to get it for being fame, while Drake's trying to do it to save his brother. So it's that epic cat and mouse of who's gonna get the treasure first. It's really intense. Of course, what makes an epic return is hand-to-hand combat. Hand-to-hand combat is this straight up grimy, dirty, and gritty. It's fantastic. Great hand-to-hand combat. you see Drake in a prison, which in the beginning of him, it was a mission, that was a job they were doing together before, he thought his brother got killed, but luckily he was okay. He was trying to get into in trouble with this guy so that way he can get, so he was taken to solitary and go to this another part of the jail so that way he can get to this certain area to find his treasure and to find his pirate treasure. Because that's the first thing he was trying to do, but he dropped it after he thought his brother died. But going back here, it's the epic fight, fisticuffs, man, back and forth, pow pow pangs, just epic fist fights. You do counters as well, and it's just like epic, it's really well choreographed and just downright epic. The gunfights is really good too, man. It's so cool. You can just how Drake just swings on this rope and just enters this room all epic and starts shooting. The gunplay is just fantastic. It's nice. It's smooth. It's really, really fantastic. Gunplay. It's downright in your face. Very smooth. You got you send a handgun, machine gun, shotguns, rocket launchers, RPGs. There's a variety of guns and weapons you can use throughout the game. So it's like you can use what you need at your own leisure and whatnot. Also, besides that one guy that wants the treasure, there's also this black mercenary leader, who you fight in the game. She kicks your ass, man.
Right there.
So of course the fire they have of course Pete Carson's there, so gets kicked out the window, and he trying to jump on these poles, getting more epic firefights. But luckily, as they're shooting and punching and kicking their way out there with his brother, eventually they fought their way all the way to Sully's car, and they drove away and got out there just in time. All right, and just I forgot to mention here how downright beautiful this game is. This game is gorgeous. It's just something I like, one of those vacation photos you see at your local Walmart store and whatnot. I mean, it is so beautiful. It really immerses you into that environment. You feel like you're there. And it's so beautiful. I mean, the Naughty Dog engine, or whatever it's called, I mean, it is gorgeous. It can give the Fox engine from Metal Gear a run for its money. And thanks to the awesome PlayStation Share thing, they get to see it in its true high definition HD. It is downright beautiful. In fact, I would love to see how it will run it on 4K, because I bet it'll be a beautiful beast to watch. I mean, 66. I mean, I think it's running at 180p, 60 frames per second. It is downright beautiful. And don't get me wrong, I'm not a graphics whore. I choose gameplay over graphics any day of the week. I'd rather have a great game that has poopy graphics in a game that looks great but plays like poop. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember how a game, because in the end of the day, you don't remember how a game looks. You remember how great it plays. And having a great game that looks great is a nice bonus. And of course, it's a great game and of course the graphics look amazing. So again, it's a nice little bonus to have there, so there's nothing to worry about there. So, yeah, you do a little bit of driving here and there. You go a little driving, and you gotta, drive around and get up to the dirt and stuff, and you get a nice, beautiful scenic shot. It's like, wow, I just can't go over how beautiful it is. And of course, they go to different locations. There's one point, him and his brother, going, grave hunting, trying to find, the grave, one of the graves of this pirate treasure. So you go around jumping, climbing, and it's so cool. Of course, you get into more shootouts and whatnot. And at one point, in the game, you could also go stealthy. You can use stealth as well. You don't really have to, honestly, Grant. I mean, if you want to get a quick trophy, to get quick 5 kills without learning anybody, you can. But it's only if you want to do it quietly and take them out nice and quick. But it's not like you have to do it. It's just something if you want to take them out nice and quietly without wasting ammo, you can. But if you want to go on guns blazing, you can. So it is that option. But it's not like one's better than the other. You can't even go in because there's one part where I don't have footage of it, but like it was like one. I remember one time I was playing, I cleared an entire, just snuffed down the entire area, and I didn't get like no trophy for it. I thought I would, but I didn't. So it's not like you get a trophy for it or nothing. It's just if you want to clear the area without alerting anybody, you can have bragging rights to do it, but that's it. So it's what you want to do, man. Ultimately, I don't know footage of the puzzles, sadly, but the puzzles are amazing. There's puzzles where you got turn certain scrolls, look at certain pictures, move certain alignments. I mean, move switches. It's amazing. Like it feels like it immerses you into this game. Like I mean, because it's like it feels really great. I love the puzzles, and it just feels like really an Indiana. You really feel like Indiana Jones, man. It's so great. It's also good to see classic characters. Seeing Elena, Drake. I really grew to like Samuel's character. Really care for them. You see that bond. I haven't seen great chemistry from like video game characters since like Yuri and Finn, I believe. No, Flynn from Tales of Vesperia. Unfortunately, though, on the Xbox version, you don't get to play as him. You don't really get to play as him. I mean, on the PS3 version you can, but sadly on Xbox, you like maybe do one thing with him and that's it. And it's great. And in a little like combat, you hear like they're back and forth, and it had a great chemistry together. So the same thing here with Drake and Sammy. You really care. You can see they really care. They love each other. They care for each other. Hell, Drake is getting out of retirement into treasure hunting just to help his brother. I mean, in a way, I guess you can tell in a way he's kind of glad it's happening because he has that adventurous spirit and to do what he wants again. So in a way, it's kind of win-win. It helps his brother and gets that adventure itch out of him at the same time. Of course, you see his friend Sully with him. It's great to see him return. Also, I have to mention voice acting is so fantastic. Nolan North once again kills it. Also, Troy Baker is Samuel, by the way, in case you're wondering. I mean, Troy Baker's in everything. He's freaking in Batman, Tales of Borderlands. I mean, what isn't this dude in?
One eternity later.
But yeah, like I said, the combat's great. The shooting is awesome. The puzzle is awesome. The platforming is awesome. Oh, there's even one point you get to swing around like Spider-Man stuff. It is so awesome. But yeah, but also, finally, unlike with other games, I got some multiplayer footage. So I bet you're wondering, how's the multiplayer? It takes some getting used to at first. I'm not saying it's easy to pick up. It took some getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's fun. It's really fun. But it's not like one of those games where like if you want to like 100% get all the trophies, you have to play multiplayer a lot to get a lot of the trophies. Otherwise, you won't 100% it. It's one of those things. There's some trophies here and there for multiplayer, but most of it's for the single player gameplay. Because I mean, granted, the multiplayer on Uncharted is great, but what makes Uncharted great, it's its single player campaign. They know that, so the main focus is on that. So even though I don't want you to think, oh well, even though multiplayer is there, does a single player really suffer for it? Absolutely not. Game is nice and lengthy. It takes about at least 2-3 sit downs to finish it. Especially if you want to get all the collectibles, go back and do it on other difficulties to get extra trophies. And it's worth the second and third playthroughs because it is just so much fun. And also going back to the multiplayer, so you get to choose your costume and stuff, and the loadout and stuff, and you also you can pick up these yellow things to get money to get special things like in a Rocket RPG or this weird like temple thing that shoots out blue beams or some shit like that. It's really weird. There's other special abilities, but I didn't check out what else is there. I just used based on what I had. But I mean, I guess I forgot the third option, but I know there's like one's RPG, one is weird tomb thing that shoots like blue things that kill your enemies or at least stun them, so you can get them out and kill them. But yeah, it's so fun. Like the great, awesome gameplay that that was in Uncharted carries over to the multiplayer. You can say you can swing, you can punch, you can throw grenades, fisticuffs. Heck, you can dive. You can even jump up and dive and punch people as well. It's fun. It's immersive, and it's just a fun game. Overall, it's worth it. It's really worth it. I highly recommend it. It's probably one of the best Uncharted games to date. I mean, they ended that shit with a bang. Though from how it ends, I'm not gonna spoil it. Either it might go into a spin-off. I think Drake for sure is retired for sure on this series, but it might go into maybe a spin-off series. But other than that, I think the main Drake Uncharted series is ended. If they do bring it back, I see more like a spin-off, but not really a sequel. But that's about really it. I don't really see it continue because it ends so nice and neatly. So I believe my opinion. I believe in my opinion, there's no point to continue it. Like I said, maybe with a spin-off, but not as a sequel. Or maybe, like I said, from showing that them showing off the Crash Bandicoot game in in Uncharted 4, maybe they got the rights back and maybe they're gonna do a sequel to Crash Bandicoot. Who knows? I don't know what the future is for Naughty Dog, but whatever it is, I cannot wait. Because besides Rockstar, Naughty Dog puts out some high quality games. They are true contenders. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the review. It's a great PlayStation 4 exclusive. If you're a PlayStation owner, what are you waiting for? Pick this shit up. Also, if you want to see the collector's edition, check out my other video. It's really beautiful. You get a nice steel case, a statue, and an art book. Totally worth it. But also, I believe there's no season pass though. Yeah, there isn't. But there's everything. You get like some skins. Like I said, skins, art book, a steel case, and a statue. That's about it. Alright guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you're a PS4 fan or owner, get this game. If you're a fan of the Uncharted series, get this game. But if you're not sure about Uncharted, if you want what's like to be Indiana Jones or experience that, this is the perfect game for you. I highly recommend you getting this game. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, Rocket Blade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. And it was great having fun with you, Drake. You were truly an awesome adventure. And I'm glad I saw it to the end. All right, guys. Have a good day.